and as a result of which now they are busy with other sources of supply. Yeah, so you are in that discard zone. So when you are in that discard zone, they are going to contact you when they want. When they have no other option, then they might reach out to you, vent, and emotionally dump. But when they have better sources and options at hand, they might not reach out to you. And when you try and reach out to them to share your problem and seek some kind of advice and counsel, they will not respond in a good way. Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So a couple of days back, one of my subscribers asked me, what does narcissistic discard look like? I mean, how do they discard you? Yeah, so I thought that let me make a video and try and answer that question. And before I get into it, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So narcissistic discard is when the narcissist is done with you. Yeah, when the narcissist is unable to harvest any kind of supply. Yeah, or the quality of supply that they want out of you. When they are unable to harvest that quality and the quantity, that is the time they discard you. Now discard doesn't necessarily mean that they will wrap you in a plastic and throw you in a bin. Yeah, discard is not like that. In some of the cases, narcissistic individuals do physically discard, but in most of the cases that I have seen and dealt with, they don't discard you. They don't tell you to FO. They don't tell you to leave them. They will make you feel as if you are not wanted. They are not going to tell you directly. You need to understand, because narcissistic individuals are image conscious individuals. Yeah, they project a false facade in front of the others, and that's how they feel good. And they really don't want to tarnish their image. Yeah, they are image conscious individuals, and they really don't want others to see their ugly side and run away from them. Yeah, they don't want to lose all of their supply sources. So narcissistic individuals are not going to directly tell you, hey, I'm done with you, just leave. They are not going to do that. Some of them do, but most of the narcissistic individuals are not going to throw you out. They are not going to tell you directly. Yeah, they want you to feel as if you're not needed, and you should take a leave, and you should leave the relationship, leave the setup, and that's it. And when people are going to ask them, why did she leave or why did he leave, then they are going to say, well, I was doing the best I can. I don't know what happened. I mean, I never said anything. She just left me. He just left me. Yeah, so they are going to make you feel as if you are worthless, useless, and you are not wanted. You are a burden. Yeah, and then what do we do when we feel like that? We leave. Yeah, I mean, it's very natural. When we have this feeling that we are not liked, we are not loved, we are not wanted, and we are not cared for, we leave. Yeah, and these narcissistic individuals wait for that time. Yeah, when you leave, then they are going to project themselves as victim. I tried my level best, but she left. I tried my level best, but he left. Yeah, whereas in the actual thing is that they make you feel unwanted. They make you feel as someone who shouldn't be here. Yeah, someone who's not needed anymore. Yeah, and we do the rest. They make us feel a certain way, and then the victims do the rest of the things. Yeah, so they get their work done. The narcissistic individuals get their work done, and their hands are also not dirty, and they get to preserve the image in front of the others. Yeah, I tried my level best, I'm the victim, she didn't care, he didn't care, he just left, she just left. Yeah, Narcissistic individuals are not going to talk about the kind of mistreatment, they kept throwing at you, and the kind of abuse, they were, doing with you. They are not going to talk about that. Instead, they are going to narrate a version that projects them as the victim and you as the perpetrator. Yeah. So, I mean, narcissistic discard doesn't necessarily have to be physical discard. They will make you feel, a certain way, and that's it. Rest of the things, will be done by you. I have seen individuals, who choose to end their life, because they were made to feel, a certain way. They were made to feel as if they are worthless, they are not needed, they are not loved. And they didn't leave the relationship, the family. Instead, they walked the path of self-harm, and they hurt themselves. Yeah. So it pans out in different ways for different individuals. I have also experienced narcissistic discard by my loved ones, friends, family, partner. I have experienced all of it. And today I'm going to talk about certain signs, yeah, to look out for. Yeah. And these are the signs which we often ignore. Yeah. But we shouldn't. Those are the signs that you are not needed. Yeah. So it's better to get it directly from the horse's mouth. Yeah. Rather than interpreting things in a certain way. I'm talking about the signs. But don't quit and don't leave until and unless the narcissist doesn't tell you directly, yeah, in front of the others. I know it's painful. I mean, when you are in a toxic, abusive, and in a relationship where there's lots of gaslighting and manipulation, you just want to run away. But I want to advise those of you who are not financially, well-to-do, who are financially dependent on the narcissist. Work on your finances, strengthen yourself, and you can take a leave. But till the time you are not able to manage things by yourself, try and work things out. Yeah. Wait for the narcissist to initiate. Yeah. Wait for the narcissist to say directly, and make sure that others also get to see and witness that. Yeah. Because when the narcissists really get frustrated, they are going to be very direct with you. Yeah. They will just want to get rid of you. Yeah. And they will not care as to what others will think. Yeah. I mean, this only happens when when narcissistic individuals reach their saturation level. Yeah. Then they just don't care. They will tell you, just get lost, just leave me alone, I don't want to be with you anymore. Yeah. So till the time you don't get to hear it from their mouth, yeah, until the time you are not financially independent and your financial situation is not stable, I wouldn't advise you to leave the narcissist. Yeah. I mean, not all of us are having the kind of skill set to survive out there after coming out of narcissistic relationship. Because if you spend a prolonged period of time in narcissistic relationship, you tend to lose your sense of self, you tend to lose a lot of the skills that you had. Yeah. So it's not easy to start over again. You have to again relearn all of those things, and before relearning those things, you will have to develop that sense of self, you have to develop that self-esteem, self-worth, confidence, and then you need to relearn and regain your confidence, and then again start over again. So it's not easy. Yeah. This is for those individuals who are in a difficult spot. But for those of you who are in a better financial situation or condition, you are free to leave the narcissistic individual. Because the more time you spend with narcissistic individuals, you will be scarred and damaged beyond repair. Now, coming to the kind of signs that we shouldn't ignore when we are in narcissistic relationship, whether it's a narcissistic spouse, narcissistic parent, narcissistic friends, I mean, whatever the setup is. The first is that, they are never going to include you in, their, moment, or, in their, special events or celebrations. Yeah, so if they are having a good time, or if they are celebrating something, or if there's a life event, a very important life event, they are never going to invite you or include you. Instead, they are going to give some excuses. Yeah, they're going to tell you, well, it was all in rush, it was all of a sudden that this and this happened, so I just forgot to tell you. Yeah, it was so sudden. I didn't remember to keep you informed. So they are going to tell you all of these things. But the entire idea behind not inviting you, or behind the making you a part of their special event, is that they don't see you fit, they don't see you eligible, yeah, to be a part of their good time. Yeah, so they exclude you, and then they give you some kind of stupid explanation that either they were busy, or either you were busy, your number was busy, and everything happened in the blink of an eye, and everything happened, so they forgot to include you. Yeah, so I mean, don't ignore these signs. Yeah, understand that they don't want you to be a part of their happy moment and time. So yeah, pick up these signs, and understand that they don't value you the way how you value them. Yeah, so emotionally disengage and distance yourself. Don't be emotionally engrossed and dependent on them. Yeah, because they don't see you the way how you see them. Yeah, so have zero expectations, and don't crave to be a part of their good time. Yeah, because they don't want you to. Yeah, they want you to be there when they have no one. They want you to be there as an option. They don't want you to be their priority. They want you to prioritize them, but they don't want to prioritize you. Yeah, so yes, I mean, you will not be invited to their special occasion, celebration, and event. And this is a clear sign that hold on to your horses, limit your interaction, and don't get emotionally invested in them. The next sign to look out for is that narcissistic individuals are only going to communicate or contact you when they want, and not when you want. Yeah, sometimes we want to speak to our loved ones. Sometimes we want to seek counsel and discuss things with our loved ones. But when your loved one is narcissistic individuals, they will be least interested to know your side of story or your problem and challenges. Yeah, they lack empathy, and it's all about I, me, myself, them. Yeah, they have this extreme sense of entitlement, and it's all about them. They are least interested and concerned about your side of story, your pain, your challenges, your suffering, your ups and downs is none of their concern. So yes, narcissistic individuals are going to contact you when they want. Otherwise they will be busy with the others. Yeah, and this is a sign that they are over with you. Yeah, this is a sign that you are in that discard zone. Yeah, because they are unable to harvest things out of you the way how they want, the quality and the quantity, and as a result of which now they are busy with other sources of supply. Yeah, so you are in that discard zone. So when you are in that discard zone, they are going to contact you when they want. When they have no other option, then they might reach out to you, vent, and emotionally dump. But when they have better sources and options at hand, they might not reach out to you. And when you try and reach out to them to share your problem and seek some kind of advice and counsel, they will not respond in a good way. Instead they will guilt trip you, shame you, invalidate you, minimize you, and tell you, please stop being so oversensitive, oh come on, you're overthinking, stop overreacting, and that's it. Yeah, they are not going to sit with you and help you navigate, ups and downs. No, they were using you, and they will keep using you if they run short of option. Yeah, that's how simple it is. Yeah, so don't expect them to be there when you want. Yeah, they might say, I'm busy, I'll speak to you later, and then they never call you back. Yeah, so narcissistic individuals will only contact you when they want. I mean, this is because they see you as an option, option A, option B, option C. Yeah, they have put all of the options in the discard zone because I'm not able to, harvest the kind of supply that I want from them. And I have got newer sources of supply. So, when the newer sources of supply are busy or missing, or when I'm unable to get things from them, I'll, reach out to the ones that are in the discard zone. So narcissistic individuals are going to, contact you when they want, not when you want. Yeah. And this is a sign that you are in that discard zone. Yeah. Otherwise, they will keep reaching out to you. Yeah. Finding out your weaknesses, vulnerabilities, the ups and downs. They will, try and, fake empathy. They will try and fake as if, they are hearing you out and they are concerned about your problems. Yeah, because they are interested. But when they lose interest and when they see that they are unable to harvest the kind of supply they want, they are going to put you in the discard zone. The other sign that you are in that discard zone is that they will betray you, they will exclude you, and they will never explain things. Yeah, they might not just tell you why they stopped speaking to you. They might never explain you as to why they were unable to wish you on your birthday. They will never tell you why they had not been the first one to reach out to you every day. So they are going to betray you and exclude you without any explanation. They are not going to explain themselves. But when you are not in the discard zone, they are going to do a little bit of that explanation stuff. They're going to tell you, I'm busy, I was doing this, I was doing that. And when you are in that discard zone, they are going to betray you, exclude you, and they will not even explain you. You will be reaching out to them and seeking explanation. Yeah, it's the other way around. Ideally, when I miss something, or when I forget something, or when I do some mistake, I reach out and I explain myself. Yeah, as to why I did certain things, and as to why I did a mistake or I forgot things. I explain myself. With narcissistic individuals, they will explain, I mean, the fabricated version, when you are not in the discard zone. But if you have landed up in the discard zone, they will not even explain why they stopped speaking to you. They will not explain why they forgot your birthday. They will not explain why they are just not interested in you. They will not explain why they foul mouth about you behind your back. They will not explain why they are speaking ill about you, or why they are pitting you against other individuals. They are not going to explain themselves. Yeah, or no matter what confusion you have or misconception you have, you have to deal with it and bear with it. They are not going to explain things. Yeah, they are not going to explain why they did things, yeah, with you. Yeah. The other sign that you are in that discard zone is that narcissistic individuals are going to use you like an emotional toilet, uh, to emotionally dump on. And when you need emotional support, they are either going to gaslight you or simply invalidate your experience and feeling. So when you are in that discard zone, narcissistic individuals will just use you as an emotional toilet. But when you are not in the discard zone, they will still emotionally dump on you, but they are going to sit with you and try and talk things out. Now, talking things out is basically to find out your weaknesses and vulnerabilities, which they can use later. Yeah, they might orchestrate as if they are someone with lots of empathy and compassion and they are hearing you out, but all of it is basically to find out your weakness and use it later to control you and manipulate you. But when you are in the discard zone, they are just going to come up with their, you know, sad story, problem, and then they are going to emotionally dump on you, and then they are going to leave. They are never going to ask about your emotional well-being, whether at all you need emotional support. Yeah, they are never going to ask you. But when they are, you know, in the process of using you, or if you are of some value and use to them, they might fake it on and off. Yeah, it might not be the way how healthy individuals do. Yeah, they fake it in a very superficial way. They might, you know, tell you what is your problem, what happened, why are you behaving like this. And you know, this is, you know, one of the unique things of narcissistic individuals that I have noticed. They are able to fake empathy. Yeah, and all of it is basically to get to know your weaknesses and vulnerabilities. Yeah, and then use it later. Yeah, healthy individuals will, you know, hear you out and try and help you the best they can, or else they are going to tell you to seek some professional help or support. Yeah, with narcissistic individuals, they are there. Yeah, they want to know anything and everything because they are interested in you, and they are still in the process of using you. Yeah, so they might, you know, appear to be someone who listens to you and who hears you out, and who, you know, in front of whom you can vent. But when you are in the discard zone, when they see that, you know, there is not much they can get out of you, they are simply going to, you know, vanish. They are going to come back, emotionally dump on you, and then they are going to vanish again. Yeah, they are not going to, you know, hear your side of story. They are not going to emotionally support you. Instead, they are going to gaslight you. They are going to invalidate you. Yeah, your experiences and feelings. They are going to tell you, well, you are thinking too much, I don't think you should think like this. Yeah, but when you are of some use to them, they might not gaslight you. Instead, they might, you know, tell you, well, you deserve special treatment, you shouldn't have been treated that way, that's so bad. Yeah, and all of it is basically to establish better control over you. Yeah, so they fake, you know, empathy. Yeah, so don't misunderstand their fake version of empathy, you know, to be the real stuff. Yeah, they're simply faking it so that, you know, they can have you on their side and they can keep using you. But when you are in that discard zone, uh, narcissistic individuals are just going to come and, you know, emotionally dump on you, and that's it. And the last sign that you are in discard zone is, you know, that these narcissistic individuals will want you to keep prioritizing them, but you know, they will treat you as an option. Earlier, when you were of some use and value to them, they did prioritize you, they did, you know, on and off love bomb you, they did, you know, throw tiny bit of crumbs. But when you are in the discard zone, which means that, you know, they are unable to use you, you know, to full extent, so you know, they are going to just expect you to prioritize them and not seek anything in return. They will treat you as an option, and they will make sure that, you know, you get this message. They might not tell you directly, but they will make sure that, you know, they pass across this message, that I will, you know, treat you as an option, but you are expected to treat me as the only priority in your life. Yeah, so narcissistic individuals, you know, have their unique way. When you are of some use, they're going to, you know, love bomb you, they are going to uh, future fake, they are going to, you know, crumb you, they are going to do all sorts of things. And when, you know, they lose interest in you, that is the time love bombing, you know, goes for a flying fuck, and devaluation, you know, comes into the scene. And you are not, you know, valued, you are not cared for, you are, you know, treated like an option. Yeah, so you know, they stop giving you crumbs, they stop love bombing you. Yeah, things change, and that simply means that you are in that discard zone. So discard zone doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to throw you out. Discard zone is that they are losing interest in you, and now you need to get the message and do the needful. The, you know, last, you know, resort is when they will, you know, tell you directly. Yeah, but before that, They are going to make sure that they make you feel as if you are not needed. Yeah, you're good for nothing, you're useless. You need to do something. Yeah, either prove your worth and win their love, or else take a leave. Yeah, so yes, these were a couple of signs that you can look out for when you are in discard zone. Discard doesn't necessarily mean that they will throw you in trash can or garbage bin. No, discard means to make you feel that you're useless, you need to do more. So discard doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to throw you away. It's just that they will make you feel as if you are not needed anymore and you do the needful. Yeah, and they get to retain and preserve that image that they project, and that's it. Their hands are not dirty and their work is done. So often what happens is some of us who are financially capable and well to do, we are also sometimes stuck in that discard zone. And this is because of lack of closure. We really don't know whether at all she cares for me, whether at all he cares for me or not, and as a result of which we are stuck. Yeah, we are stuck for closure. We want closure. Once we get closure, it's okay, we can start over again. And so these narcissistic individuals don't give closure to you. Yeah, because if they give closure, all the doors are shut. Yeah, they don't want to give you closure, so that some window, some area is still open, and they can just come back and use you, and then again throw you away. Yeah, discard you. So narcissistic individuals are very smart, and they are not going to tell you that I'm done with you. I mean, in extreme cases, they will tell you if you are not, catching up with the signs, if you are not understanding, the signs they are leaving behind. In those cases, they might, end up telling you, I'm done with you, just fuck off. Yeah. But in most of the cases, narcissistic individuals are going to subtly convey this message, and you have to do the needful. Either prove yourself worthy and get into the rat race of winning their love and affection, or work on yourself and say goodbye to the narcissist. Yes. So yeah, I mean, this was it. These were a couple of signs, I mean, that we often ignore. Yeah, and these signs are basically that you are in that discard zone. Yeah, and discard zone means you are of less value, interest and use to the narcissist. They might not throw you, leave you or end the relationship because they have an image to maintain. You do the needful, either become worthy and win their love, or if you can't do anything, just go. Yeah. So yes, this was it. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.